Good morning, people. Mm, I just woke up. We've been in quarantine for quite a while because of COVID 19 having spread throughout Norway. Tromsø wasn't far behind. I think there are 25 plus cases at this point of time. So, university has shut, and I've been at home. And it's been snowing tremendously, but I just woke up and hallelujah. Do you see the sun is out? Obviously, it's not facing me, it's those houses. So it's a nice time to go for a walk, but I'll show you my schedule as of today. The house is a mess, as you can see, but I'm going to get some stuff done. It's a hassle to get ready and be able to go out, but I have to go out where the sun lasts. I've been basically not at all going out all these days. Haha, I love it. So I will go out. I'm testing the microphone on this. I don't know if that's better. You'll have to let me know that because there have been several complaints about my very low voice. But yeah, let's go out. I guess you can see what it's like outside. Um, One can call this fairly empty or fairly full, I don't know. No, not fairly full at all, sorry. You can only call it empty. Emptier even than it is regularly. Um, so, I have been discovering new things about the town, walking around. During these empty days, when everyone is in quarantine thanks to COVID 19. The measures have been very good in Norway, I must say, though slightly delayed, which means there were already 620 plus cases by the time the government decided to implement the that's my friend Ian, who jogs no matter what the weather is. So yeah, the measures were quite good, though they came late. It's just that it's not troublesome, actually. It's quite nice because all schools, colleges, university, all institutions were shut off immediately so as not to spread it. I want to pick up some supplies, but I obviously also want to take a walk. Breathing in the fresh sea air is really, really nice. And it's just -3 or -4, which means it's not bad at all. You can actually breathe, unlike other times when you cannot. Sorry, I'm happily showing you my face instead of these beautiful little decks that have been made for yachts, boats, ships, trailers, whatever else. I think some new birds are starting to come in. Does this mean that spring is going to be here? The waters must be freezing. Though waters in Tromsø are supposed to be warmer than everywhere else, so don't feel too bad for the birdies. They should be doing well. Let's go to the other side. Buses are still running because health workers need to reach their workplaces so that health services are on. Kudos to them. Kudos to health workers everywhere around the world who are working while the rest of us are staying safe, protecting our lives and those of others, obviously. Social distancing is not so tough here, honestly speaking. There are very few people in any case, so you can manage to maintain a good distance from the rest of the world when you live in these parts of the world. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge snowstorm up on the mountain. I don't know why I'm walking through here. Just drowned myself in snow and spoiled the whole thing. Oh, well, pristineness has no place in our lives, but pristine it is here. Actually, not so pristine. It's full of ships that are polluting the waters. This is like a Arctic explorer sort of ship, but up ahead, if you look carefully, there's a big cruise. I have no idea how these cruises are still on. I guess they're just docked because, well, they are docked and nothing much can be done about them. Oh, bummer. It's getting colder the more I stay outside. I have to rush back to have breakfast and then have a meeting with my supervisor to update him on nothing because I haven't been doing anything much. I mean, obviously all of this is a big break to thinking, to the luxury of thinking, sitting and thinking. So that's what I'm going to update my supervisor about, that I haven't been able to think further about what the hell I'm doing. But I do want to figure out, I have to write a 10-page introduction, and I don't want to stall on that, that's for sure. So let's hope speaking to him will give me some much needed direction. What I had ventured out for initially was basically one thing, which led to me going all over the city. Well, not all over the city, around the tiny town center, where I really wanted to go because shopping needed to be done. Was Kupri. It is pretty good. Veggies and very nice ginger. I really like the ginger. Okay, and tomatoes. Okay. I have to now sit for a meeting. This is a Canvas page on which all studies are happening now, and suppose I do this, you get an idea of all the classes I'm taking currently, and I have to deliver quite a few assignments, check out some new classes that have been posted that all students can access. This is what my day is going to look like today. My planner has only a couple of meetings, but next week I have a bunch of things happening, which means I need to be prepared for like all of the shit. So not shit, but it's nice. I'll update a bit more about what I do here during this quarantine that I am placed in. I'm waiting for a Skype meeting with my supervisor. In the meantime, if you're wondering what Narragansett is on my t-shirt right here, it's one of the First Nations of what is known as Rhode Island in the US now. And it was presented to me by friends at the University of Rhode Island when I was there to do a course on nonviolence. I met one Narragansett elder, and there was a story we did for the Morung Express at that point of time. I think Kazu, Nick and I went. Did Nick go? I'm not sure, but 3 of us went. And it was really an eye-opening conversation we had about their sacred places, how water is being polluted, how it has been very well preserved up till now. My work is mainly with religion, I'm looking at how religion works, for who what really goes on in the anatomy of religion. This sort of stuff, religions in practice. Today I'm going to look at materials. What kind of material forms define religions? Mostly looking at material, of course, religion is also like spiritual. But when we do scholarship, it's not so easy to find out empirically what religion is if we are only looking at its manifestation and the spiritual being of people. So often you look for manifestations in the material, and that says a lot about what the religion is. And now I gotta take this call, so speak later. Toodles. Hello, friends. It's time for dinner, and dinner may I will eat. I shall show you the recipe. Chop the bhindi, okra / ladyfinger properly. Cooking is a kind of a nice process. I quite enjoy it. Helps to reel out of a really long day and relax, which is very nice. I did not recognize the therapeutic value of cooking all these years till now. I've landed up making a really good meal. I was contemplating why I like cooking so much, and I realize it's really fantastic that we have a small body of masalas, spices that we combine in different permutation and combination, and depending on ingenuity and passed on tradition, we can come up with as many dishes as we like. There could be just n number of dishes that we can cook with different vegetables, different combination of the masalas, using one a little bit more, another a little bit less. And it reminds me that many people ask me many times, like, what is it that I study? I am studying to become a scholar of religious studies. And what is religion is a persistent question with that. Some people wonder if I'm becoming expert in the Old and the New Testament, or am I becoming an expert in the Vedas and Upanishads? None of the above. There's a scholar in our field called Jonathan Z. Smith, and Smith sort of has a very nice way to put this. If you have a particular canon, a sacred text, he of course talks about it in terms of culture, but I am extrapolating it to religion, and Craig Martin, another scholar in our field, sort of does that, and that's how I got the idea. So if you have a particular canon or sacred text, who uses them in what ways can vary in so many different ways around the world. And one of the purposes of my work as a religious studies scholar is as a scholar is to look at who uses these texts, how and in what ingenious or contextual ways, and tell that story of religion as a process that's unfolding now, much like cooking. Ta-da! And of course, my love for K cereals, my brand new addiction to end the day with. Good night.